Hi, I'm Dave Wurzel, and you're watching PHTV4. And today we have a special guest with us from the Palos Area Chamber of Commerce. To my far right, we've got the president of the chamber, Todd Probasco. Thank you, Todd, for being here. And on my immediate right, Kim Duda, the vice president of the chamber. And so I want to introduce the mission statement, because I think maybe that can be the umbrella, all-encompassing idea that we can focus on. The chamber is committed to promoting the businesses in the area. But obviously your mission goes beyond that, and you're engaged in a lot of activities. So I want to make sure that we address that. Before we do that, though, can you tell us how long you've been members of the chamber, and then in your administrative roles now, too?
Yeah, I've been on the board 5 years. This will be my third and final year as president, as Kim will be taking over next year.
Congratulations, baby.
Thank you.
I don't think she knows what she signed up for yet.
Right?
Dave, don't blow it.
You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. I already got her signature. She's in. But I grew up in Palos, and it's been an honor to serve, and the chamber's awesome. And like you said, the mission statement, we're here to help the businesses grow, build their brand and awareness, and it's a big part of the community, so it's been great to be on the chamber. I've enjoyed it.
When you step away, you'll still be a member of the chamber, but just not in the capacity.
Correct.
Okay. And Kim, how about you?
Yeah, this is actually my first year on the chamber, and Todd's enthusiasm and his commitment to the area, to the chamber, to Palos, and having been, a lifelong resident of the Palos area myself, I just decided that it was really time to get involved. And he happened to have an opening for the vice president role, so kind of stepped right in there.
All right, good. Good luck. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Can we talk? Let's jump right into how your involvement in the community. Specifically, like, what are the things that the chamber does? Let's talk about, like, with the local businesses first. What that looks like.
Yeah, as Kim knows, we help them with grand openings. We help them promote. We help them with their marketing. A lot of the businesses in Palos are the mom and pops. They're not the big chain stores like you find in other communities. So this is their business. This is their livelihood. And it seems like one of the things they don't have time for, or what's missing, is the marketing piece. They're focusing on product, service, customer one-on-ones. So I think the chamber helps with building their brand within the community, some of the marketing ideas, and then also the connection with other business owners through the chamber.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting point. As a Palos resident, when I go in Ace Hardware, I know some of the people that work there. I know the owner, or any of the businesses in town and restaurants. It's a nice feature, but it's definitely the dynamic of a family-owned or, that kind of store as compared to, like, the big box thing.
Yeah, it's one of the best things about Palos. We still have that small town feel, and we're still close to the big city. So.
Yeah. So let's kind of get to the other part of it, because the chamber is also active in a variety of other ways, right? Not just with, you have your own events and activities. Do you want to speak to those also?
Yeah, we have events throughout the year to where we bring members together, the public. We're either raising money for the chamber or helping raise money for other people, for other non-for-profits. As you know, you've been to it, our largest event is the golf outing every June. That thing sells out every year. It's at Oak Hills. Capri brings the food, and we bring everybody together, and it raises money, and we give some money away for scholarships to, like last year we gave it to one of the local high schools for their golf program.
Now you're speaking right to the other part of your mission
about
statement.
Golf. You want to talk about golf? Can we just talk about golf the rest of the show?
Just talk about golf the rest of the show.
There's a little golf specific. No, there's no golf specific in the mission. But
we should get a golf show on TV.
Yeah, right.
You got part of the mission is making the Palos area a wonderful and convenient place to live, work, visit, and build a business, which obviously goes beyond just the specific businesses. But you've spoken this before, Todd, that if the businesses are doing healthy here, it's going to improve the quality of life here as well.
Yeah, Kim's in real estate,
Yeah, definitely. And I think so much of it is relationships. So the more that we can establish relationships with each other, business to business, have that community feel, it really does help the whole entire community thrive. and it brings and attracts more businesses to us, which can only, help us to grow.
Right, right. And again, to the overall health of the community.
Yeah.
So there is a kind of a two-pronged dimension here where one is helping the businesses, but then that helps the community.
Yes.
But also that you do use your golf fund as an example and generate scholarship money or help with other charitable organizations in the community. Is that how that works?
Lions Club, the center. We're active, and a lot of those, believe it or not, the other non-for-profits are members of the chamber. And it's awesome. It's how this whole thing, it goes back to the late 50s. The chamber started like in 1959 or something. And we currently have over 200 members, and we're still a small community because we just cover Palos Heights and Palos Park. And when you go up and down Harlem or down LaGrange or McCarthy, wherever you want to call the businesses in Palos, you wouldn't think there's that many. So we've done really well with our pull-through because also there's a lot of professionals in Palos, doctors, dentists, and we did a breakdown. We just announced it to the membership this week. We broke down the categories of membership. And the number one category, believe it or not, in our chamber membership is the professional medical healthcare group. So you got a lot of doctors and dentists that see the value of the chamber in promoting that local business.
Interesting, because we typically think of the store owner.
We do.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, because you just said something that kind of leads into where I want to go with this next, and that is the challenges facing, if part of your mission is to help grow and support the local businesses, and these are smaller communities, I don't imagine more territory coming into the, picture somehow. So how do you help grow businesses in the Palos area, and specifically help the businesses that are here grow or, succeed as well? Do you want to
answer that?
Sure, yeah. So I think that when people live in a community, what they really want is to have all of their needs met right within that community. So to grow the businesses just means that we, help those businesses to thrive. And as they, get more popular, as more and more people hear about them and hear, what they have to offer, they're more likely to use them. They're more likely to go to those restaurants. They're more likely to, shop at those little local shops. Also, especially with the medical, we have so many people that are looking for doctors and dentists, and to have one in your own community is really great. It makes things a lot easier. Like I have my dentist right up the road. I have my children's orthodontist was right around the corner. So when you're a busy parent and you've got your kids going in all different directions, having those things available to you that's a 5-minute, 7-minute ride, it kind of changes the way that you do life, right?
No, that's running through my head. If you start to add all those up, to run I need to run the store to get item A. Yeah. There's a good chance it's within 5 minutes of where I live, and that is special compared to other places you might live or what you would have access to.
Yeah, and you mentioned ACE before, and I love Palos ACE. I love it. And every time we go in there, they actually know my rewards number by heart. Like they don't have to ask me what it is because, because of the relationship that I have with the people that work there, I want to go there when I need something for, to barbecue or for just the house. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, and in light of everything going on with online shopping, we need to support the local businesses.
Absolutely.
All right,
it's so important.
I don't know if you're following a script here.
Because was that a good bridge?
It's an excellent bridge, because that was going to be, my next question was going to be, yes, we want to grow, we want to be healthy. What are the challenges specifically that businesses today are facing that they have to overcome?
The Amazon thing.
Absolutely. Online shopping.
Yeah, it's so easy to go buy something on your phone, but I think last year I mentioned, I can't remember, but I had somebody walk up to me and said, "We love the chamber." Like I was at an event or something. It was a local resident. And I said, "Oh, well, thanks." And he goes, "We have a rule in my house. We'll look at it online, but if the Ace Hardware has the same product, as long as it's not crazy more expensive, I'm for sure going to spend my money at the Ace." And I was like, that's awesome. And if everybody thought that way,
it's a great philosophy.
We keep it vibrant in our community the way we want it.
Yeah. Keep the money here, keep it healthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think people really do appreciate, especially in this day and age of technology and social media, I think people really do appreciate, face-to-face communication, face-to-face interactions. Yep. So when you go into a store and they're like, they know you, they know your name, they know what you like, it's, it's a really great feeling.
Right. It generates a trust factor too.
Yes, it does.
Because this person knows you're a regular here.
Yes.
I live in this community. I will be back if this goes well, right? So they want to run their business well for themselves, and you in the process benefit
Yeah.
by that because,
I went to Lucky Burrito and they ask how my children are. They know where my kids go to school.
You're only ordering one burrito. Where's everybody
Right.
else? They want you to order like 7.
Right, but it's it's a pleasant experience
It is.
literally every time because
Right.
we know them, they know us, and that's
Yeah.
just by that interaction.
yeah, that little extra smile or that how are you doing?
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
And we all know Capri, and everybody goes there. And Donna and Maurizio are amazing, but we have some really large communities near us that have all the chains, right?
Yeah.
You walk in there, you don't know anybody.
No.
And Donna, one of the things she always says is, when you come to our place, not only going to get good food, but you feel like you're in your own kitchen, or you're in my kitchen, or your
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
And you don't get that
Right.
without having a.
Well, that is
Mm-hmm.
a huge distinction between
Isn't
a
it?
large chain type restaurant. Not that there aren't some good chain restaurants, but that kind of
Yeah.
more personal, connection experience. All right, so maybe you've done a good sell for it. So let's say there are some. I'm imagining not all the businesses in the area are part of the chamber.
Not yet.
Not yet. So
Next year when she takes
Next
over.
year when I take over,
that's mission one, right?
I'm gonna beat Todd.
right?
How do businesses join, or how do they find out? How do they?
Usually it's
what would
word
the
of mouth,
process-
like Kim
Okay.
said.
Yeah.
Like Kim was referred to me from Nicole, the mayor of Palos
Okay.
Park.
Yeah.
And you could see us on Facebook. You can hear about, this or that or whatever. But it's usually, we find that new members, they're either opening a brand new business, and City Hall, either Palos Heights or Palos Park, tells them, you should call the chamber and join, and they'll help with your grand opening. You've been to the ribbon
Right.
cuttings. Or it's, you have a friend that has had an experience with the chamber or is a current member, and they say, you're in business. You can't beat it for the cost of the relationship building, the brand awareness, and getting out within your local community.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, we have an early bird special. It's $90 right now to join the chamber for the year. What can you get for $90?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after February, it goes to the regular price of $180, which is still a steal for what it costs to advertise your business.
Right.
And I do think that members of the
That was
board.
my plug, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Hopefully I get a few members
great-
before you
great
take
plug.
over.
But members of the board actually do personal invitation as well.
Okay.
If I notice that something is opening, or if there's a business that is not already a part of the chamber, then I'll go in and say, hey, why don't you join us?
Yeah.
These are our benefits. This is why it would, be a great thing for you to be part of, our community.
Well, it definitely
in a
s-
way that's,
yeah.
And it's weird. It's not a hard sell. She sells homes, I sell mortgages. You gotta sell that. This,
Yeah.
it's almost like, if you're in business in the community, why wouldn't you want to be a member?
right.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as Kim was, and Mike, there's that implied network that takes place that
Right.
is so critical to be part of, right? It's
But
going to
also,
help you.
You're supporting your community where
Yes.
your business is.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to kind of turn away from that for just a second, talk about how we're talking about businesses. All right, so what about the people who are not in business, but we live in the community? How might they interact with the chamber, or in what ways might they either get involved, or would they approach the chamber about
Yeah.
something?
Well, I'd say, I've ran the golf outing for 4 years. I would say at least 20% of the people there are not business owners. They live in the area, they know it's a fun day and a fun event, and they're supporting their community and buying a ticket to come to the chamber golf outing. And of course, they like the fun and the
Right.
food.
Yeah.
right? But
It's a good day.
it's a great day. I mean, I'm already looking forward to it. So, I'd say 20% of the attendees at our golf outing don't own a business. They're coming for the fun and supporting the Palos Chamber. So that's probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the other events are chamber events and networking within the members.
Okay.
That make sense?
All right.
Yeah.
And then specifically, just a couple last ones to wrap up here. One was, you mentioned the golf outing. Do you have any other events, and how about dates on some of these, or ballparks? When should we
The
look
next
for
big
things?
event is our St. Patrick's Day party. And we do, I think you've been to that. It comes every March. This year it's going to be on the 13th. Franklin's hosts it every year. We have that back room.
Okay.
And it's a fun night. You know, people get into it. In a way, winter's over. Spring's right around the
Yeah.
corner. It's St. Patrick's Day. We all know how the Chicago area loves St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Franklin's is a great place, great venue.
Yeah.
And so we kick off spring and fun with St. Patrick's Day. Then we have a couple other smaller things, but then we got to start getting ready because that golf outing takes a lot of work. And
When is the golf outing? Was that August or
June
June?
19th this year.
Okay.
It's at Oak Hills, and we do an afternoon 9-hole event, and then food and drink. Food's catered by Capri. I don't know how that happens every year. Just kidding. Yeah, it's just one of my favorite days of the year, and
Okay.
it's awesome.
All right. And then how about, you know, maybe we've talked about a little bit, but I still want to ask, any specific goals? So when you look at 2025, you know, we're kicking off a new year here. Specific goals or plans for the chamber, things that you hope to see happen or accomplish, or things you'll be working on.
Yeah. We're going through a change. We've got to get the new administration up to speed before the end of 25. So we're going to have a new president. We're going to have a new vice president. We're going to have a new chair for the golf outing. We've got new people on the board. That this is a year, I think, of not only growing but learning. What has the chamber done? We had a meeting in November. Even though we've been doing it this way, what could we do to make it even better? So it's nice to have new people on the board that have new ideas. So I think in 25 we're going to have learning. We always are trying to grow. Learning and coming up with new ideas that we've never thought about before for the chamber.
And we actually just, one of our members sent out a survey where we asked chamber members, you know, what things specifically they would like to see, you know, whether it's, you know, educational events or more networking events. And as we go through the results of that information, it can really help us to plan, you know, how to better meet the needs of the people that are in the chamber already, in which case it would invite even more people to join us.
Yeah, we had never done, that was an idea from a new board member.
Yeah.
She did an online survey and sent it out 3-4 times to the whole membership. And it was almost like an open door. Tell us what you think. You're the membership. We've never done that. It was usually, here's what we're doing, versus them telling us what they want. And I thought it was awesome.
It was fantastic.
It was outstanding.
We got a great response, and I think we're going to have some really great ideas from it.
It seems like a great idea because you're not going to be able to think of everything on your own,
Correct.
right? And,
Yeah.
and there might be some things going out there that, you know, somebody else can draw attention to.
Like when you were a school teacher, did you let the kids tell you what they wanted?
You know what? They almost always wanted to tell me what they wanted.
Shocking.
Unfortunately, sometimes they did this.
I remember one time there was a guy going to run for president of
Yeah.
student council in Sandburg, and his idea was to have more vending machines with all this stuff in it. I think he got a lot of votes, but it was like, no, this guy's
Right.
he's not going to be president.
Okay. Well, Todd, thank you very much. Always a
Absolutely.
pleasure to visit. Kim, good luck. I'm excited for you. It
Thank
sounds
you.
some great things are happening with the
Yeah.
chamber and good things to look forward to 2025.
Very
And
nice
thank
to
you
meet
for
you.
always covering the chamber and having us on TV4.
Even from the other side of the camera, it's still kind of fun to be part of that.
It
stuff.
is.
So-
Yeah.
It's you know, it's not Chamber of Commerce. It sounds like business, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really a fun
It sounds
group.
kind
It
of
really
dull,
is.
kind of
It
dry.
is.
Yeah.
It's more of it's hanging out and getting to know the people you live and work with in your
Right?
community.
Exactly.
You guys, thank you for covering it. So
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank
And,
you so much.
We'll see you at the golf outing. Maybe
Yeah,
at Franklin's.
definitely.
And definitely encourage the local
Yes.
businesses to get involved.
Yes, definitely come to Franklin's.
yeah.
I'm Dave Wurzel. You've been watching PHTV4, and we've been talking with Todd Probasco, President of the Chamber, and Kim Duda, Vice President of the Palos Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for watching.